Have you ever wondered what happens behind the scenes when political dialogue meets firm conviction? That question is once again drawing attention as reports continue to circulate about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and alleged efforts to engage him in discussions while he remains at the Sokoto Correctional Centre. According to various local accounts and discussions circulating online, there are claims that a special team from Britain attempted to engage Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on issues related to dialogue and possible political solutions. However, it is important to point out that these reports have not been independently verified through official public statements available at the time of this recording. Still, the discussion itself has generated widespread interest because of what it could mean for the future of the long-running issues surrounding Kanu's case. Before we continue, if you value balanced and informative updates like this, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with others, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Your support helps us continue bringing you important developments and discussions from across Nigeria. For years, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has remained one of the most talked about figures in Nigeria's political landscape. Supporters see him as a voice for self-determination, while critics disagree with his approach and positions. Regardless of where people stand, there is no doubt that his case has remained a major topic of national conversation. Reports indicate that discussions about dialogue have surfaced repeatedly over the years. Various stakeholders, community leaders, political actors, religious leaders, and concerned citizens have often suggested that engagement and conversation may help reduce tensions and create opportunities for peaceful solutions. Now, the latest reports claim that individuals described as a special team from Britain sought to discuss dialogue-related matters with Kanu. According to these accounts, the purpose was allegedly to explore possible pathways toward understanding and peaceful engagement. However, reports also suggest that Kanu remained firm in his position and was not willing to accept certain proposals being presented to him. This is where the story becomes particularly interesting. Many observers have often described Kanu as someone who strongly believes in his convictions. Throughout the years, his supporters have repeatedly argued that he has maintained a consistent position regarding issues affecting the people he represents. Because of this reputation, any report suggesting that he rejected dialogue proposals naturally attracts significant public attention. The question many people are asking is simple. Why would Kanu reject dialogue if dialogue is often considered a peaceful route toward resolving disputes? Those who support him argue that dialogue must be based on specific conditions and principles. They believe that discussions, without addressing underlying concerns, may not achieve meaningful results. From this perspective, rejecting certain proposals does not necessarily mean rejecting dialogue altogether. Instead, they say it may reflect disagreement over the terms, framework, or objectives of the discussions. On the other hand, some Nigerians believe that every opportunity for engagement should be explored regardless of the circumstances. They argue that conversations often create openings that might not exist otherwise. In their view, even difficult discussions can sometimes lead to gradual progress. As these differing opinions continue to emerge, one thing remains clear. Dialogue itself has become a major part of the public debate surrounding Kanu's situation. Another reason this story is attracting attention is the reported involvement of Britain. Kanu is known to have connections to the United Kingdom, and because of that, any report involving British representatives naturally generates interest among supporters, critics, and neutral observers alike. However, it is important to separate confirmed facts from speculation. At the moment, publicly available information confirms that Kanu has been held at the Sokoto Correctional Centre following legal developments in his case. Reports of visits by certain Nigerian political figures have been publicly documented. However, claims regarding a special British delegation should be treated cautiously unless supported by official confirmation from relevant authorities. This distinction matters because misinformation can easily spread when stories involve high-profile personalities. In today's digital environment, a claim can travel across social media platforms within minutes, often reaching thousands of people before verification takes place. That is why many analysts encourage the public to focus on verified information while remaining open to future developments. Even with uncertainty surrounding some of these reports, the broader issue remains significant. The continued conversations about dialogue highlight a wider debate within Nigeria about conflict resolution, national unity, political representation, and the role of negotiations in addressing long-standing grievances. Supporters of dialogue often point to historical examples where difficult conversations eventually helped reduce tensions and build understanding. Critics sometimes argue that dialogue without concrete action can become symbolic rather than meaningful. Between these positions lies a complex reality that continues to shape public discussions. For Kanu's supporters, reports that he rejected certain dialogue efforts may be viewed as evidence of determination and consistency. For others, it may raise questions about what conditions would be necessary for meaningful engagement to occur. Interestingly, many political observers believe that the most important issue is not whether a meeting happened, but whether there is genuine willingness among all relevant stakeholders to pursue constructive solutions. That is because lasting outcomes rarely depend on a single meeting, a single proposal, or a single delegation. Instead, they usually emerge from sustained efforts involving multiple parties over an extended period of time. As Nigerians continue following developments, many are watching closely to see whether future discussions, legal processes, or political initiatives could create new opportunities for progress. And regardless of personal opinions, it is clear that interest in Kanu's situation remains strong across different parts of the country and among Nigerians living abroad. As more information becomes available, the public will likely gain a clearer understanding of what actually took place, who was involved, and what implications it may have moving forward. Before we wrap up, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this report with others, and leave a comment below. Do you think dialogue remains the best path forward, or do you believe other approaches should be considered? We'd love to hear your respectful views. For now, the key takeaway is simple. Reports continue to circulate about alleged dialogue efforts involving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but verified details remain limited. As always, staying informed through credible sources is the best way to understand these developing stories. Thank you for watching, and we will continue to bring you important updates as events unfold.